During the 13th season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle Richards and Sutton Stracke engaged in a fight that may have provided viewers with one of the most memorable moments that has ever occurred on Bravo. Name them. However, looking ahead to season 14, it appears like Kyle and Sutton are making an effort to patch things up. In addition to Sutton Stracke, Kyle Richards' delight in a dinner with friend Sutton posted a video of herself and Kyle at a recent meal out at Stella West Hollywood on Instagram. The night in question was spent at the restaurant. Sutton is seen in the video in the act of bringing a pair of scissors to a pizza. It is possible to hear Kyle making a joke in the background about how she is cutting the pie as if it were wrapping paper. Her photo was accompanied by a caption that said, "Scissor Sisters. Thank you for supper, Kyle Richards. Looking forward to the next installment." It is possible that the initial comment was a lighthearted jab at the rumors that have been circulating about Kyle's connection with Morgan Wade. On the other hand, Kyle didn't appear to care whether it was. The comments were accompanied by 3 weeping laughing emojis that she added. The response that Sutton provided was 3 emojis of a sobbing cat of her own. In the comments section, Sutton's best friend and fellow Real Housewives of Beverly Hills actress Garcelle Beauvais also included 3 weeping laughing emojis of her own. Kyle and Sutton engaged in a momentous confrontation during the 13th season. An enormous Sutton breakdown over Magic Mike strippers in Las Vegas kicked off the 13th season with a bang, and it certainly did not disappoint. As a result of the event, Kyle and Sutton decided to have a conversation in Sutton's kitchen, where things became significantly more contentious. Although Sutton has provided Bravo viewers with a great number of memorable and meme-worthy moments, there are not many comebacks that are as capable of being quoted as "jealous of what?" This hideous pair of leather trousers, but her confrontation with Kyle might be the best one she's ever had. In response to Kyle's observation that Sutton has a habit of losing her shit in ridiculous circumstances, Sutton repeatedly requested her to name them. Kyle's observation was directed towards Sutton. While Kyle was attempting to provide a list of instances in which Sutton had genuinely lost her cool, she continued to interrupt her by saying, "Name 'em." Kyle eventually cried out, "I'm trying to," expressing his frustration. "Please," Kyle begged, "will you allow me to speak?" On the 14th season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Kyle Richards and Sutton Stracke have made a commitment to move forward. Despite the fact that their rivalry resulted in one of the most unforgettable events in the history of Bravo, the two individuals are making an effort to put the past in the past. Moreover, it is not limited to eating pizza at a restaurant. In a recent interview with US Weekly, Sutton expressed her want to be there for Kyle as she navigates the process of her separation from Mauricio Umansky. "I just love her, and I love our friendship where it's going. And so I want to be there for her and support her in any way I can," she said. When it comes to the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, friendships can be as delicate as a crystal wine glass and just as easily shattered. Over the past season, few relationships have been tested quite like that of Kyle Richards and Sutton Stracke. What began as lighthearted jabs and mutual eye rolls escalated into full-on tension, leaving fans wondering, after the cameras stopped rolling, where do the two really stand? The feud that sparked it all, the rift between Kyle and Sutton, didn't appear overnight. It simmered for months, with their differences quietly stacking up like champagne flutes in the Bravo clubhouse. Sutton, never one to hold her tongue, had voiced concerns about Kyle's changing personality, subtly hinting that Kyle's fitness kick and more independent social calendar were a sign she was going Hollywood. Kyle, on the other hand, bristled at what she perceived as Sutton's habit of inserting herself into other people's business and making a spectacle out of it. Things reached a breaking point during a dinner party that will go down as one of the most awkward in RHOB history. Between Sutton's insistence on just asking questions and Kyle's cool, clipped responses, Viewers could feel the frost forming over the table. It wasn't about one moment, Kyle later told a Bravo podcast. It was a buildup, and I felt like Sutton was making assumptions about my life without knowing the whole story. Sutton, for her part, told a different tale in her own post-season interviews. I care about my friends. If I'm noticing something off, I'm going to speak on it, she said, adding a pointed, I think Kyle took that the wrong way. The Bravo reunion tensions. The reunion only intensified the drama. In classic Andy Cohen fashion, no stone was left unturned. Fans watched as Sutton and Kyle revisited their arguments in front of the entire cast. Sutton accused Kyle of being closed off and secretive, while Kyle shot back that Sutton could be performative for the cameras. It was clear that while neither was ready to declare war, they also weren't ready to embrace and move on. Sutton's teary confession that she missed having fun with Kyle struck a chord with fans who remembered the duo's earlier, sillier moments. Post-filming, baby steps toward peace. Since filming wrapped, eagle-eyed fans have tracked both women's social media for clues about their relationship status. Though they've been spotted in group settings, most notably at Garcelle Beauvais' charity gala, the easy camaraderie of seasons past hasn't quite returned. A source close to the production spilled to Us Weekly. They're cordial. They can be in the same room and have a polite conversation, but that's where it ends right now. There's no deep friendship at the moment. In Beverly Hills terms, cordial can mean a lot. Sometimes it's a temporary ceasefire, and other times it's a polite holding pattern before another blow-up. The friends who keep them connected. Interestingly, mutual friendships seem to be the glue keeping Kyle and Sutton from completely drifting apart. Garcelle, in particular, has played peacemaker, encouraging them to at least hear each other out. Dorit Kemsley, on the other hand, has remained firmly in Kyle's corner, but insists she's not trying to stir the pot. Kyle's hurt and Sutton's frustrated. I think they both just need to be in the same space without the pressure of the cameras, Garcelle shared in a recent interview. The public perception factor. Both Kyle and Sutton are savvy enough to know that the RHOBH fanbase is watching closely. Social media feedback has been divided, with some siding with Sutton's tell it like it is approach and others applauding Kyle for setting boundaries. Fans love a feud until it's their favorite who's on the receiving end, a Bravo insider noted. Part of the tension is that both women have very passionate supporters. That can make reconciliation harder. Indeed, after one particularly frosty interaction aired, Sutton's comment section lit up with messages urging her to walk away from Kyle, while Kyle's fans accused Sutton of meddling. Could they ever be close again? Despite the awkwardness, there's still a thread of mutual respect, and perhaps even hope, between the two. Kyle has acknowledged Sutton's generosity and humor, while Sutton has praised Kyle's resilience in the face of personal challenges. They're very different personalities, the insider added. That's part of what made their friendship fun, but it's also what makes it tricky now. Whether they'll ever reclaim their earlier closeness remains to be seen. Some Bravo fans are betting that a cast trip or high-stakes charity event might provide the olive branch moment they need. Others think it'll take a season off from heavy drama between them before things can truly mend. Looking ahead to next season. As for the next season of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, both women are confirmed to return, and Bravo executives know full well that their dynamic will be a major storyline. There's potential for resolution, Andy Cohen hinted during a recent live Q&A, but you'll have to watch and see if they take that path or not. For now, Kyle and Sutton's friendship stands at a cautious crossroads. Not broken beyond repair, but not fully healed. And in the world of RHOBH, that's often when the most interesting moments happen, because nothing is more unpredictable than a truce that could crack at any moment. One thing's for sure, whether they're sharing a laugh or throwing shade, Kyle and Sutton will keep fans talking. And in the end, maybe that's what keeps the Housewives' magic alive. The constant dance between champagne toasts and icy standoffs, all under the watchful gaze of Beverly Hills' ever-glittering spotlight.